Welcome to this video on Deep Water by William Douglas, the third chapter in CBSE Core 301. This video explores the core themes of the lesson Deep Water by William Douglas, featured in the CBSE Class 12 English curriculum. It focuses on the author's journey of overcoming deep-seated fear through sheer determination and willpower. The text is an excerpt from William Douglas's autobiography, Of Men and Mountains. It details his terrifying childhood experience of near drowning and how that event cultivated a paralyzing fear of water, which he eventually worked to conquer. The root of his phobia began at age 3 or 4 during a trip to a California beach with his father while surfing. While he was physically unharmed when giant waves knocked him down, the experience planted a deep-seated terror of water in his mind. Years later, at age 10 or 11, Douglas's mother made him join the YMCA to learn to swim and get rid of the fear of water in Yakima. The pool had varying depths, ranging from 2 feet at the shallow end to 9 feet at the deep end, where a traumatic bullying incident occurred. A well-built boy, just for fun, threw him in the 9-foot deep side of the pool, bringing back his childhood fear. Douglas experienced a life-threatening struggle as he was not prepared for the depth of the pool yet. Trapped in the pool, Douglas devised a plan to hit the bottom, jump to the surface, and paddle to the edge. However, the 9-foot depth felt immense. His lungs burned, and his repeated attempts to surface failed, causing him to swallow water and sink back down. As he lost consciousness, a sense of peace replaced his absolute terror. He was later rescued, but the emotional and physical toll was significant. The phobia continued to limit his life, locking him out of many experiences, until he sought professional help. The aftermath of this incident was profound. Douglas suffered from persistent fear, physical weakness, and an inability to enjoy water-based activities like fishing or boating. To dismantle his fear, Douglas hired a professional instructor. The training was systematic. He used a cable and rope system for safety, learned proper breathing techniques, practiced leg movements, and eventually integrated these skills to swim solo. The instructor made a swimmer out of him. He continued to stay with Douglas till the time he was confident enough to swim on his own. From October to April, the training progressed step by step. The instructor used a rope and pulley for safety, taught Douglas how to exhale and inhale correctly in the water, and helped him overcome the stiffness in his legs through repetitive kicking exercises. By April, the instructor declared him a swimmer. While Douglas had become physically capable, his internal mental battle to fully move past the trauma continued. To prove his victory, Douglas challenged himself further by swimming across Lake Wentworth and the icy Warm Lake. Finally, at Echo Peak, he shouted with joy, confirming that he had truly conquered his fear. He swam across the lakes to make sure that the fear had left him forever. This above picture shows the Wentworth Lake, and picture at the base is that of Warm Lake. The core themes of the narrative include the idea that fear is a psychological barrier to be faced head-on, an exploration of how terror affects the mind, and the importance of willpower and resilience in overcoming phobias. Ultimately, Douglas realized that death is peaceful, and it is the fear of death that is terrifying. Embracing President Roosevelt's words, "All we have to fear is fear itself," his near-death experience significantly strengthened his desire to live. As we conclude this video, reflect on the core message. Fear is only as big as the mind allows it to be. This central takeaway serves as a powerful reminder of the resilience required to overcome our own internal obstacles. When reviewing for your exams, focus on these key questions. Describe the misadventure William Douglas faced. Explain the methodical process his instructor used to build his skills. And explore the deeper meaning behind the statement, "All we have to fear is fear itself." The slide is a synopsis of the entire lesson to help you during your last-minute revision. The slide also highlights various symbols mentioned in the lesson that gives a lot of weightage to the chapter. Stay connected for more videos only on English Syndicate.